Hello my dear children, welcome to my channel Sudhir Chemistry Beta. Today we are going to discuss about the coordination compound, where we are going to discuss about the isomerism part of the complex compound. But in this isomerism part of the complex compound, we'll see the flow chart of it. But in this part we are going to see about structural isomerism shown by the complex compound, and second part we are going to discuss about stereoisomerism of the complex compound. But the first part will be called as a structural, second part will be called as a stereo. It is also the same thing what we used to learn in our organic chemistry, but this isomerism part is different from that organic part, because in organic chemistry we learn that isomerism will be of two types: conformational, configurational. But in that one, first is the structural, then stereo, then again stereo में configurational, conformational, and in that structural में we are having chain, positional, functional, metamerism, ring chain isomers. It is there for IIT, not for the NEET, right? But here it is not that way. So isomerism of complex compound can be divided into two parts: structural and stereo. But this structural isomerism is of following type. According to NCERT, beta, the first one will be called as a linkage isomerism. According to NCERT, the second one will be called as a coordination isomerism. But isomerism I am writing in the form of ISO. But the third part, according to NCERT, the third one, it will be called as a ionization isomerism. Ionization isomerism. And the last one, NCERT says that last one will be called as a solvate or hydrated isomerism. See, but these are the parts are there. This one according to NCERT. But a stereoisomerism again divided into two parts, where in this chapter, according to NCERT, we have to learn that which one will shows geometrical isomerism and which one will shows optical isomerism. But one is a geometrical, another one is a optical, right? But a geometrical isomerism means not our, according to our, what we can say, that the organic chemistry part. But in this one, geometrical means this is a, one is having a cis form and another will having a trans form. But this cis and trans form will be completely different from the organic compound. How to identify that one I will teach you. But optical isomerism means some of the compound is a optically active compound beta, and some are the compounds are the optically inactive compound. So this part, how to identify optical activity, how to identify optical inactivity, how to identify which one will show cis and trans, and how to go with the examples of all the four, that part we are going to discuss in this class. Please take a screenshot of this one. But among the structural isomerism, in exam they will ask you, this question they will ask you, which of the following will show the linkage isomerism? So we should know about the linkage. But which of the following will show coordination isomerism? So we should know about this one, ionization and solvate or hydrated. But what is that? Most of the students, what they will do, in NCERT all the examples are given. They will start to mug up the things. But I will teach you the trick over it, how to identify. But what is the trick to identify the linkage isomerism? Means, see here, are you having any idea about the complex compound beta? This is called as a central metal atom. This is called as a ligand. This is the coordination number. And these are the plus minus charges present over it. But this M is called as a, what you know, this is called as a central metal atom or central metal ion. But what is this X? You know, X is called as a ligands. And you know, beta, ligands are of following type. What is that? Ligands, it is a monodentate, beta, it is a bidentate, it is, we can say, it is a polydentate. Yeah, it is a polydentate. So monodentate, bidentate, polydentate, even some ligands are the amphidentate are there. So just this is explanation part I am going to tell you, beta. These ligands, which one we know, so they are of following type. What is that? Sir, it is a monodentate ligand. But monodentate means the tendency to donate a lone pair is 1. For example, do you know in ammonia nitrogen atom is having only one lone pair. Means ammonia molecule become a monodentate ligands. Ligand means with the species which has a tendency to donate a lone pair are called as a ligand. But another case में water molecule, you know water molecule में one oxygen atom is having two lone pair, means each oxygen atom can donate its one lone pair, monodentate. So monodentate, but a chloride monodentate, bromide monodentate, iodide monodentate, cyanide monodentate, thiocyanate monodentate, hydroxide monodentate, right? Again we can say Cn minus, HCl minus, OH minus. These all are the monodentate beta. What is a bidentate? Beta, bidentate means they have a tendency to donate two lone pairs. For example, ethylene diamine, CH2, CH2, NH2 and again beta NH2. Do you know this nitrogen having a lone pair and it has a two donor atom. So it is a bidentate. Beta ethylene diamine, this is the name is called what beta? Ethylene diamine, and this ethylene diamine can be denoted in the form of En. En beta, yes. So bidentate, again polydentate and all. But I don't want to explain all these things for here. I want, but a student should know what is the amphidentate ligands. That is very important. But to know the linkage isomerism, this is the small trick you remember. But any complex compound, suppose if it has amphidentate ligand, what is an amphidentate ligand? Beta? The ligand which is having amphidentate ligand, not Phi, AMBI. Beta, the ligand which is having a two donor side. Example, did you know?
Yes.
This is a cyanide ion, beta. Nitrogen is having a lone pair, carbon is having a negative charge. Beta, it has a tendency to donate a lone pair from carbon, as well as it has a nitrogen atom has a tendency to donate a lone pair. But you know, while making a bond, beta, both the atom cannot donate its lone pair at a time. It may making the bond with the cyanide, or it may make the bond with the isocyanide. This is called as a what beta? Cyanide. This is called as a what? Isocyanide. Means can we say these are the amphidentate ligand? Same way beta. N double bond O, dative bond O, nitro, or O double bond N, dative bond O. Beta, this is called as a nitro. Means in this case, suppose nitrogen atom is a donor na beta, I should call it as a nitrito O. If oxygen is a donor beta, I should call it as a nitrito O. Beta, nitrogen is a donor, nitrito N. Oxygen is a donor, nitrito O. But did you saw NO2 में nitrogen is making a bond. Beta, in this one, oxygen is making a bond. Means nitrogen, oxygen both can make the bond. Right beta, both can make the bond. But when nitrogen is making the bond, nitrito N. Oxygen is making a bond, nitrito O. Means this is a species having a two donor side. But at a time only one donor site will use. Such a ligand are called as a amphidentate ligand. One more is there beta, SCN thiocyanate or SNC isothiocyanate. So all these things no need beta, because up to here these two you have to remember. So how to identify our given complexes can show linkage isomerism or not? Only one point to remember beta, कि that isomerism or that complex compound must have amphidentate ligand. I'll show you one example for you. I'll show you one example. Just a minute. But linkage isomerism, according to our NCERT, the example they gave here as a CO, ammonia taken 5 times, NO2 and Cl2. I repeat beta. It is a CO, ammonia taken 5 times, beta NO2 and Cl2. Ideally beta, these complex can shows linkage isomerism. So how you know it shows linkage isomerism? Because in this complex compound we are having a amphidentate ligand. Sir, in any complex compound, if you find beta ambidentate ligand, then you have to say this complex which is having ambidentate ligand can shows linkage isomerism. Is it clear? But my one question is there for you. This is a complex was given in our NCERT. Cobalt SCN taken 4 times. -4 plus 1 minus 3 become +3. Right? But my question is that is this complex compound can show linkage isomerism or not? Right? Whatever the answer you are having, just let me know. So wherever in any complexes, if we got the beta ambidentate ligand, that complexes can show the linkage isomerism. So this is the first part. So what is the trick we learn beta? Complexes having a ambidentate ligand can show the linkage isomerism. Second one, coordination isomerism. Small trick is there. For coordination beta, you should have a 2 boxes. Check it here, 2 boxes. Beta, here is a metal, here is a ligand, here is a metal, here is a ligand. And you know beta, this first box should be considered as a positive, second box should be considered as a negative. How? Because as we know, we are writing the formula for any salt, we are writing the first for the positive ion followed by negative ion. So, how to identify coordination isomerism beta? Small trick is there. 2 complexes, one will be considered as a positive, other will be considered as a negative. I will show you beta here. One example was given in NCERT. That example only I will tell you. 1 second. The example which was given in the NCERT for the coordination is, one is a cobalt with ammonia 6 times and chromium with the cyanide as a 6 times. Right beta? See here. Cobalt, ammonia 6 times, cobalt, ammonia as a 6 times, chromium, cyanide is a 6 times. But these kind of the complexes can shows, coordination isomerism. Sir, what is the coordination isomerism shown by this complex compound? So I should say, sir, only central metal atom you have to change it. In place of cobalt, I will get chromium, and ligand our ammonia will be as it is. And beta, in place of chromium, I will get cobalt, beta, and in the cyanide as a ligand will be as it is. So these 2 complexes can choose the what? Coordination isomerism. Take a screenshot beta. Metal differently, ligand differently. To identify the coordination isomerism, we should have 2 complexes, 2 different metal, 2 different ligand. But what is the coordination isomerism of these complexes means? Only you exchange the metal atom. What is the metal we are having? Chromium. Keep it here. To chromium ammonia 6 times. See, chromium ammonia 6 times. Cobalt go to here. CO, cobalt cyanide 6 times. Cobalt. So these are the complexes or can shows coordination isomerism. Right? For linkage, what is the trick? In the complex compound, we should have a ambidentate ligands. In the coordination compound, we should have a two complexes where only central metal atom can be exchanges and can shows coordination isomerism. Right? Now we see with the third one, ionization and solve it. Just a minute. But I will go with the example of now ionization isomerism. But ionization isomerism means we should have a central atom cobalt, but ammonia as a 5 type, then sulfate, and then bromide ion. I repeat here, cobalt, ammonia 5 times, sulfate, and their bromide ion. But these complex compound, when you dissolve into the aqueous medium, it is going to ionize in this way. What is that? Cobalt, then we have a ammonia 5 times, then we have a sulfate plus bromide ion I am getting. 1 minus means 1 positive. But what is the ionization isomerism of this one? So can we say one more cobalt, then we have the beta ammonia. Instead of sulfate, Br will come as a ligand, and sulfate it become a counter ion. When you are going to dissolve it beta, I will get cobalt, and then I will get ammonia as a 5 times, then one Br, and I am getting the ion of a sulfate radical, -2 become a +2. Means what is that beta? These two are the ionization isomers of each other. So how we know they are the ionization beta? Central metal atom same, ligand same, radical same, bromide ion is same. But in this case now what happen, when it is going to dissolve in any aqueous medium, I am getting as a bromide ion, and when I am going to dissolve it in any aqueous medium, but I am going to get the sulfate ion. So beta, both are having a same molecular formula, but after dissolving in the aqueous medium, one will use bromide ion and other will use sulfate ion. Hence they both are what? Ionization isomerism. Is it clear? But now linkage over, coordination over, ionization over. Now we talk about the solvent and hydrated isomerism. What does it mean? So I will take out bit of this ionization part also. Now I will discuss with the solvent isomerism is what? But a solvent isomerism or hydrated means, just a minute here. I will take one of the central metal atom, then I will take water molecule taken 6 times, and then we will take Cl3. See, I repeat here beta. One is a it is in NCERT they have mentioned beta chromium. Chromium, water taken 6 times, Cl3. Second one beta, what we can make? Central metal atom chromium, then water instead of 6 beta I can write the 5. See, what is the coordination number of the chromium here? 6. Now coordination number of chromium become 5. We have to maintain coordination number 6. So 5 means 1 chlorine take inside here. But out of 3, 1 is inside means 2 chlorine is outside. And out of 5, 1 water molecule went outside. This is called as a hydrated isomerism. But if water molecule is there, it should be called as a hydrated isomerism. But instead of water, if ammonia molecule is involved, that means it should be called as a what? Solvated isomerism. But in NCERT, these complexes they have mentioned the color. One will be called as a violet, other will be called as a green gray. But this complex color is of violet color, but this complex color is of a what? A gray green color, and it was mentioned in our NCERT. So pakka we have to remember, because in NEET exam also they can ask here, among the following which complexes can exhibit violet color or which complex can exhibit the green gray color, right? Chalo, take a screenshot beta. But now second part we will see about the stereoisomerism. It's a very interesting and important topic beta, stereoisomerism. And in this stereoisomerism of complex compound, we are going to discuss about geometrical isomerism. We are going to discuss about geometrical isomerism. But in this complex compound, no need to apply the rule what we learn in the organic chemistry, because in organic chemistry one rule was given: compound should have a restricted rotation, means carbon double bond carbon should be there. Here no need required beta, right? But here what we require, that part I will tell you. For geometrical isomerism, to know the geometrical isomerism, I will teach you beta. There is a two possibilities that one of the complex compound will have coordination number 4 and one of the complex compound will have coordination number 6. I hope everybody knows better coordination number 6, coordination number 4. I will give an example for you. Sir, coordination number 6, coordination means complex compound means what? Let us say beta, just now we saw. Take a chromium and take a water as a 6 time. Right beta? Central metal atom surrounded by 6 water molecule, and I am having a Cl3. So this is, we can say, it is a complex compound in which central metal atom chromium will have coordination number 6, right? But a coordination number 6 means it may have a hybridization sp3d2. That means the geometry of the molecule should be a octahedral, right beta? Hybridization and geometry is a octahedral, where we have to check the geometrical isomerism in the complexes. How to check that we have to see. Second part, coordination number 4 beta, there is a two possibility. One of the complexes may have sp3 hybridization and another complexes may have dsp2 hybridization. Beta, the complexes which have sp3 hybridization are the tetrahedral complexes, and the complexes which have dsp2 hybridization are the square planar complexes. Beta, complexes which is having a sp3 hybridization are the tetrahedral complexes, and complexes which is having a dsp2 hybridization are the square planar complexes. Now we are going to learn today in the class beta how the sp3, how to identify the sp3 compound will exhibit geometrical or not. We are going to learn today how to identify dsp2 complexes will have a geometrical isomerism or not. Beta, the simple and very simple point I will tell you. Tetrahedral geometry means it should be in this way. Square planar complexes means it should be in this way. Central metal atom M, 1, 2, 3 and 4. But an octahedral geometry means it should be in this way. Central atom M, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But one more point. In this M, I will say it is a ligand 1, it is a ligand 2, it is a ligand 3, this one is a ligand 4, this one is a ligand 5, this one is a ligand 6. But in these complexes, suppose I will ask you which one is the cis and which one is the trans. See here. First of all, I will write the ligand which is on the same side. But a ligand which is on the same side must be called as a cis form. Cis form, I'll show you. Sir, L1 and L2 are on the same side. L1 and L2 are on the same side. L1 and L4 are on the same side. L1 and L4. L2 and L3 also on the same side. And beta L4 and L3 is also on the same side. Again, this L5 which is above the plane means it is this way beta, this way. Means L5 with L1 cis, L5 with L4 cis, L5 with L3 cis and L5 with LC6. Means again I will write here. What is that beta? L5 with L1 cis, L5 with L2 cis, L5 with L3 cis, and this L5 with L4 is a cis. They all will shows what beta? Cis isomers. Sir, what about trans? So check beta, trans also I will try it. Trans. Sir, the ligand which is on the opposite side will be called as a trans isomers. Let me show you beta. L5 and L6 are opposite. Yes sir, L5 and L6 are the opposite trans isomers. Sir, L2 and L4 trans isomers. L2, L4. Beta L1, L3, L1 and L3. This is also the trans isomers. So L1, L3 trans, L2, L4 trans, L5, L6 trans, and these all are the cis isomers. And it is a cis and trans nothing but a type of what beta? Geometrical isomerism. We are talking about the octahedral geometry. Second word come here. Here. But a square planar में check it here. Sir, L1, L2, L3 and L4. But can you tell me what are the cis isomers are here? So cis isomers mean L1, L2 is the cis. Beta L1, L3 is the cis. L2, L4 is the cis. And L3, L4 also cis. But what are the trans isomers here? Can you tell me? Yes sir. But trans isomers on this part I will write here. Trans. L3 and L2 are trans to each other. Even beta L1 and L4 are also trans to each other. So in this case I will write what are the trans isomers. Opposite side beta L1 and L4 trans, L1 and L4 trans, L2 and L3 are the trans. It is a trans in the square planar. These are the cis in the square planar, right? So these things we have seen for the beta octahedral and the square planar. But as we saw now in in octahedral, how to identify geometrical cis and trans? It is based on the position of ligand. But in square planar also we have identified geometrical isomers called as a cis and trans. That is also based on the ligand. So now we are going to discuss about this part. We are going to discuss about which one? That is the sp3 hybridization part. Just a minute, beta. It's a very interesting topic I am going to start for you now. What is that? Sir, how to identify geometrical isomerism in the coordination compound whose coordination number equal to 4 but they should have a sp3 geometry called as a tetrahedral geometry. Let me explain you with one example for you, beta. Very interesting example. Sir, example is Ma4. Beta, Ma4 में central atom M will have a sp3 hybridization, means tetrahedral geometry. I want to draw the structure. Sir, A and A on the plane of the board. Beta, this is the A is backside of the board and this is the A is above the board. I will ask you, beta, in between this A and A, what is the bond angle? Every children knows that 109 degree 28 minutes. But what I will do, this one ligand A and this one ligand A, I will flip it. Flip it means this A I will keep here and this A I will keep here. By flipping these two, but are you getting any change in the bond angle? Think and tell me. We can say by flipping the ligands. See what I will write here. By flipping the ligands. By flipping the ligands, there will be no change. There will be no change in bond angle. Hence there will be no new arrangement. But as it does not have any new arrangement, so I can say, sir, these complexes does not shows geometrical isomerism, because by flipping any two ligand, there will be no change in the bond angle, beta. As there will be no change in the bond angle, that means there will be no new arrangement, and as there will be no new arrangement, they cannot show geometrical isomerism. It is for the complexes compound where central metal atom undergoes sp3 and whose geometry is a tetrahedral. But at the same time, I will discuss one more part for you. But is this compound can show, because it is a chair. Now I will talk about the optical isomerism on the other side of it. I will talk about the optical isomerism on other side of it. But what is the important point you have to remember for the optical isomerism? Listen here. Compound should not have plane of symmetry. POS. What is the POS, beta? Plane of symmetry. Compound should not have center of symmetry. Plane of symmetry absent. Center of symmetry absent. That means our compound is the optically active. Compound is the optically active. It is an important point to remember. Suppose possibility, beta, I don't know. Maybe children will think about that. If POS is present, COS absent. Beta, POS absent, COS present. Third possibility. Sir, if POS present and COS present, beta, in such a case, the compound become a optically inactive. Anyhow, I will give the example, beta, how to identify POS and COS. I will give example, but at present I will tell you. If plane of symmetry absent, center of symmetry absent, compound is optically active. If anyone is present, see POS present, COS present, both are present, compound is optically inactive. Now question is that, sir, how to identify? One more part, beta. One more part I will tell you. For optical isomerism, sir, no chiral center Beta, no chiral center compound is the optically inactive. Is it clear, beta? No chiral center compound become optically inactive. That means if one of the complexes will have a chiral center, that means I can say, sir, my compound is the optically active. But maybe some students know about chiral center, some don't know, but I will tell you what is meant by chiral center. Center which should have a sp3 hybridization, and the center should be attached with the 4 different atoms or 4 different groups. But if that center is attached with the 4 different atoms or 4 different group, I can say that that molecule will have a chiral center, and wherever the one chiral center is there, compound is 100% optically active. These are the conditions I give it. Now check it here. Sir, this is a complex Ma4. But is this central atom N will have a sp3 hybridization? Yes sir, it is having sp3. But is this central atom is bonded with the 4 different atoms? No sir, it is not bonded with the 4 different atoms. That means I can say this complex compound is the optically inactive. But why it is optically inactive? So you should say, sir, due to absence of chiral center. But as the chiral center is not there, means chiral center is not there, the compound is becoming what? Optically inactive. Is it clear? Take a screenshot. But the second part I will start. Coordination number 4. Hybridization sp3. Geometry is a tetrahedral. Same thing. Geometry is a tetrahedral. But example number 2 is that it is a M, A, B, C, D. But just now I wrote here example number 1. Did you saw? Ma4. But Ma4 mein, what is this M indicate? You know, this M is a central metal atom. But what is this A indicate? You know, it is a monodentate ligand. So remember, beta, monodentate ligand can be denoted in the form of a small letter A. Means A, B, C, D, E, F, so on. They all will indicate they all are the monodentate ligand. And this example I will show, beta. What is the example we are going to write for here? That means Ni28 4s2 3d8 4s2 3d8. If you take beta 4s2 3d8 means 8 9 10 sp3. Good. Example of this one I will tell you. Example. Beta here NiCO taken 4 times. Beta NiCO taken 4 times, in that one Ni ki hybridization is, you know, sp3. So metal atom N will have a sp3. All the 4 ligands are the same, so obviously it does not have chiral center. So this compound is a optically inactive and it does not show any GI. This example number 1 previously we checked here. So in this example, beta NiCO4 mein Ni is a metal M, CO beta it is also the monodentate ligand, that is a A4. So I can say this compound does not have geometrical isomerism. If anybody will ask you, beta, how you know it does not have geometrical isomerism, you have to say, sir, in this complex central metal Ni will have a sp3 hybridization, means it is having a tetrahedral geometry, and in tetrahedral geometry, by flipping any 2 ligand CO and CO, by flipping any 2 ligand, there will be no change in the bond angle. As there will be no change in the bond angle, what we can say, it does not show geometrical isomerism. Second point you have to say, beta, this complex compound is the optically inactive. If anybody will ask you, sir, how you know it is optically inactive? So you have to say, sir, in this one central atom Ni undergoes sp3, but it is not having a chiral center. Sir, how you know it is not having a chiral center? Because you can check here, we are having the four ligands and all the 4 ligands are the same ligand, hence it is not having a chiral center. As it is not having a chiral center, it does not show any optical activity, so this complex will have a optical inactive. Second example you saw beta, MABCD. Now M will have a which hybridization beta? sp3. Obviously our geometry should be a what? Tetrahedral. Tetrahedral geometry just tried beta. M, A, B, C and D. It is A, B, C and D. Now I will ask you, in between A and D, what is the bond angle? Sir, 109 degree, 28 minutes. Again I will ask you beta, by flipping A and D, are you finding any change in the bond angle? No sir. So again you have to write, sir, by flipping both the ligands, beta, which both the ligand? A and D. By flipping both the ligand, there will be no change in bond angle. Beta, just now I told you, by flipping the ligand there will be no change in the bond angle. That means it does not have any geometrical isomerism, right sir? Second part, but this central atom M will undergo which hybridization? sp3. But is having a chiral center? I will say yes sir, because this metal atom is surrounded by 4 different groups. That means it is having a what? Chiral center. But as it is having a chiral center, the compound become a what? Optically active isomers. Means this complex compound MABCD is the optically active. But in exam they won't give MABCD. In exam they will give example in this way. PT is a platinum is a central metal atom surrounded by the pyridium, but then fluorine, then chlorine and then bromine. See, these are the complexes. Platinum means central metal atom M, pyridine A, fluorine B, chlorine C, bromine D. They all are the monodentate ligands. So these monodentate ligand beta, it does not have geometrical isomers, but it will show optical activity because of presence of a what? Chiral center. See, metal atom M will have 4 different groups and it also undergoes sp3 hybridization, hence it shows its optical activity. Is it clear beta? Please take a screenshot. But now second example we will see here, coordination number is equal to 4, where the hybridization is a DSP2. But a DSP2 means obviously it is a square planar geometry. Right? One example I will tell you. Sir, MA4 is the complex. But it will show geometrical isomers or not. How to identify? See here. Just make a square planar complexes. Yes, beta. Central metal atom M, and it is having a 4 different ligands. I mean ligand 4 are there. Now question is that, are you able to make one more structure of it? So I will say no. As we are unable to make one more structure means I should say this compound does not have any geometrical isomerism. This is the first example. Don't worry. Take the second example beta. Ma3B. M is a central metal atom. Beta A3 is the monodentate, B is the monodentate ligand. Now question is that, sir, is it showing any geometrical isomers or not? So beta, instead of drawing the structure, I will tell you the trick. Remember the trick for this one. Remember the trick beta. Make a pairing of it. A3 means, you know, A3 means AA, AB. But here, make MA4, make the pairing of it. Beta AA and AA. Is it possible to make one more pair? No. That means no geometrical isomers. Beta MA3B में AA, AB. Is it possible to make one more pair? No. That means again I can say, sir, it also does not have any geometrical isomers. Just a minute. Third one. Sir, I am having central metal atom M and this ligand A2 and B2 are there. See beta, coordination number 4, coordination number 3 plus 1, 4. Check it here. Coordination number for this metal 4, for this metal 4, even for this metal also 4. But is it just try to make the pairing of it. Beta AA is the pairing and BB is the pairing. One more, A to B, A to B. So AB is the pairing and AB is the pairing. But how many possible arrangement we are able to make, sir? Two arrangement means these complex compound can show two geometrical isomers. Now I'll show the diagram also. Just a minute, madam. See, AA means these two opposite side AA. But these AA, these two opposite side is the AA. In this case, I will draw central atom M and these two ligand, these two beta. AA opposite side, AB opposite side. Now try to make for this beta A and BB, right? I will make central atom M. It is attached with AA, A and A, BB, B and B. One more. But as the second one I will make central atom M 1, 2, 3, 4. Beta AB, this is a, this is a B. AB, this is a, this is a B. Now I will ask you, among these two, which is a cis and which is a trans? How to identify? See beta, your B and B is on opposite side. Obviously, sir, A and A also opposite side. Opposite side is called as a trans. Trans. But A and A, it is on same side. B and B on same side. So it is called as a cis. So they will ask you question. MA2 B2 can shows how many geometrical isomers? 2. How you know 2 beta? We made the pairing AA BB AB again AB 2. In that 2 mein one is a cis form, other one is the trans form. It is a way to identify geometrical isomers in the coordination number 4 whose hybridization is DsP2. But we will do with examples also. Just a minute. You take a screenshot of it. But I will give an example for him. DsP2 mein. For this case, I will give example. It is given in the NCERT. It is a NiCN4 2 minus. But in this one, your Ni is central metal atom, you know, it undergoes DsP2 hybridization. Now they will ask you, but this NiCN4 2 minus will shows how many geometrical isomers. Means one small trick I will tell you. What is that? Ni is metal, so metal M you write down. But Cn is a monodentate ligand. How many 4 are there? Monodentate 4 are there. Now based on that, make the pairing. AA. Again, no new arrangement is there. So this compound does not show GI. So this compound also does not show GI. Second one. But in this case, optical activity, if you have to check, I will tell you the trick for the optical activity. See what is the trick for optical activity for the coordination number 4 DsP2. So it is a trick for optical activity or optical inactivity. Just I will tell you what is the trick for optical isomerism. But the trick says that whenever you are getting the pairing like a AA and AA, or whenever you are getting the pairing like a AB or AB, whenever you are getting the pairing like a BB or BB, such all the complexes are the optically inactive complexes. Chalo, check the example here. But in this one, are you having AA pairing? Yes, sir. And because of this AA pairing, I can say this compound is the optically what? Inactive. But in this case also check it here. AA and AB, we don't have this kind of pairing. I will say, sir, this compound is a optical active. But in this case, check it here. I am having AA and BB, but I don't have like a AA repeated pair, BB repeated pair. So these complex compound, what is this AA beta? AA and BB. So I should say this compound is a optically active, but AB pair wherever it is there beta. AB means AB, AB means AB. This compound is a optically inactive, but top one is the optically active. Anyhow beta, in NCERT also they didn't mention about the coordination number 4 DsP2. You have to check it out with the optical active and all. But coordination number 4 DsP2 mein you have to check with the geometrical isomerism. this does not have, this does not have, but it will have 2, right? One more example I will try, beta, just a minute. One more example I will try, other than this one. Example number 1, MA4, example number 2, MA3B, example number 3, MA2B2, and example number 4, beta, MABCD. If you want to see which complexes it is, means I will say PT, then monodentate, right beta? Monodentate, this is also monodentate, this is also monodentate, and this is also monodentate. So this is the complex we made it here. But how many geometrical isomers are there, means go with this example, make the pairing of it. ABCD is the one pair, beta ACBD is the another pair, ACBD, and one more beta AD and BC is the one more pair. How many possible pairing we are able to do, beta? Only 3. So this complex compound can show 3 geometrical isomers. Beta, in these 3 geometrical isomers, how many are the optical active and how many are the optically inactive? That one also I will tell you. Just a minute. See here. How many optically active and how many optically inactive means you can see, beta. Are you getting any pair, repeated pair among this one? A, B, C, D, not there. But are you getting any repeated pair in this one? Are you getting any repeated pair like this one, beta? See, AA, optically inactive, BB, BB, optically inactive, AB, AB, optically inactive. But are you finding any of these on these 3? I will say no. So these become optically active, this become optically active, this become optically active. But I will draw the diagram of this AB and CD. Just a minute. See here. Central atom M bonded with 4 ligand. AB opposite side, CD opposite side. Second beta here central metal atom M. Beta what will do? AC here, BD is here, right? Because we don't have any common ligand here, so we are unable to find out which one is the cis and which one is the trans. But we can say these complexes can show how many, beta? 3 geometrical isomers. Once again I will repeat, beta, how these complexes will show 3 geometrical isomers. Example, M means PT, A, B, C, D, 4 monodentate. Anything I took, beta, chlorine, ammonia, water, NO2, they all are the monodentate. Beta, how many geometrical isomers these complexes can show? So better to apply the trick. What is the trick? Make the pairing. AB is one pair, CD is one pair, AC is one more pair, BD is one more pair. Third one, beta, AD is one more pair and BC is one more pair. Is it possible to make one more pair, beta? Check it here. No sir, only 3 pairs are possible. Means this complex compound can show only 3 geometrical isomers. And according to this trick, beta, these all the 3 optically active, optically active, optically active. So these are the 4 examples where we saw coordination number 4, sp3, where we are able to find out geometrical and optical. And second part, beta, coordination number 4, dsp2, square planar complexes, where we are seeing how to identify the geometrical as well as the optical isomers. Please take a screenshot from here, beta. So beta, in today's class we completed structural isomerism, and in the stereoisomerism where we saw coordination number equal to 4, sp3 hybridization, and for sp3 hybridization how to find out the geometrical as well as the optical, and coordination number 4 dsp2 mein how to find out the geometrical as well as the optical with the help of these tricks and all. But in my next class I will teach you how to find out the geometrical and optical isomerism for the complex compound containing coordination number is equal to 6. Means I am talking about octahedral complexes, right? That part we will discuss in our next video. Thank you, beta. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.